Okay, we are back to continue with the Freestar Collective quest line. We are about to jump to Arcturus 2 and find out what there is to find out, I guess. Sam apparently wants to have a chat, so I'm going to do that before anything else happens, because otherwise he's going to harass me through the whole mission, because that's what these companions do. So we'll deal with that once we land or whatever, unless like Arcturus 2 ends up being a space battle. But that's where we're going to jump to Arcturus 2 and commence this mission. Yeah. Oh, I thought there were just two of them.
That's the best you've got. Enemies targets jump system down. Enemies grab. They're not jumping out of here. Targets jump system down. You took out the jump jumping out of here. Target's grav jump is in the green. Enemy's grav drive back online. Target's shields repaired. They've gotten their grav jump back. They've fixed their jump engine. Target has lost its engines. Damn it. Their engine and the enemy's propulsion systems offline. Target's jump system down.
Well, that was more intense than I was expecting. That was a bunch of ships. Alright. Freestar Mech Factory. I'm expecting a lot of robots.
Touching down.
Okay.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like, a lot.
Yeah?
Where is Sam?
Need a hand with something?
Well, he should be outside, I guess.
Looks like when you get a moment, can we talk?
Yeah, let's do this so that I don't have to hear you asking to talk all the time.
I don't got many friends, so I figure I gotta level with you. My past keeps showing up. I should get ahead of it before I get behind it. Hell, this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. That means a lot. When I turned 18, my dad used one of his many connections to get me my first real job. That, plus the magical co-family name, meant I was shipping freight out of Aquila. If there's a way to take the wonder out of space, it was working for that outfit. Every milligram of helium-3 accounted for. Timetables down to the second. Too busy to ever really appreciate anything. Or even look up. And the pay? Well, it paid for my apartment, but that's about all I can say for it. So, an opportunity comes by from the boss man. He says, run this job, don't ask questions, and there's a bonus. Hell, I was still just a kid. I jumped on it. I knew I wasn't shipping some dried mangoes, but suddenly, God help me, it was fun. You think? So, more jobs started coming. And everywhere I went, suddenly dangerous people were much better armed. I'd hear about armed conflicts and civilian casualties. Innocent casualties. And I'd pretend that wasn't me. Maybe I wasn't smuggling weapons, maybe I was carrying something else. As long as I never open the boxes, I can keep pretending. Not directly. And I'd tell myself they'd get guns from someone else. But in my heart, I knew blood was on my hands. Soon the boss man's relying on me, and the pay was nice. We also started partying a lot together. Hard. There are whole weeks that are blank. Never had a lick of trouble. Till I did. Yeah, but it takes two to tango. To this day, I don't know what I was running that last job. But it was tasty enough, a whole mess of Crimson Fleet jumped me at the rendezvous. Yeah, a sane man would have been scared. But I looked at my pissant trading skiff's dual cannons and shouted, "Oh, this is on!" Yeah, I blew up one of the pirates before they realized that I was out of my gourd. Managed to get them down to 2 left before every system I had was fried. I was done. And that should have been the end. But that's when the Rangers showed up. You think? And then, dependable and straight as an arrow, Lillian Hart came on the comm, and well, it's like hearing the voice of an angel. The Rangers took them out, no problem. Oh, that's fuzzy, though. See, I passed out. And when I came to, Lillian was there. Seems the Rangers were impressed with me. Offered me a job. Yeah, by all rights, it should have been a prison cell, but... Lillian... she... saw something in me. And I took the job. And that's it. All my cards are on the table. Officially, my cargo was destroyed by the fleet. Unofficially, hell yes she knew. She jettisoned it herself. I don't know why she did it, but she stuck her neck out for me. And after she helped me sober up and put the mess I was back together. Well, after I hit bottom, I learned a lot. Fast. But the thing that scares me is Cora. I mean, I gotta tell her someday. Sometimes the way she looks at me, I'm not worthy of that. But to see that look gone... well, ain't that something to look forward to? Just so you know, all this is why Lillian is something else. And I really need to own that. And have a tough talk with Lillian. Tell her about that follow-through you mentioned. Cora's at an important age right now. Every visit counts. You can't flake on her. Well, for now, let's do something more cheery. Like getting a root canal.
Okay. Let's do something more cheery, like fight a bunch of these guys, I'm assuming. Actually, I better go to first person for that. I got this Deadeye on the last mission, and I'm going to be trying that out. Sometimes. Actually, not initially, though, because I don't have a suppressor on the Deadeye.
I mean, the mechs were terrible weapons of mass destruction, but, is it wrong? I'm a little sad that they're outlawed.
I mean, maybe?
Take the good stuff. Leave the rest. Empty as the grave. Hopefully not literally.
I can't imagine that there's only one guy here. somebody right there. Oh. Yeah, there's more of them. Who is shooting me? Aha.
Target's down. Blood in my eyes.
Oops. Of course. Oh, Sam got him.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
What? Eyes on hostile!
Waste not, need not. Hey, my friend here, gonna teach you manners. it, my friend? Ha! I'm gonna end you.
Hasn't been a single robot yet. That can't be, I mean, we're in a mech factory. I can't believe there's not going to be a robot. At least one. There's definitely some people down there. Oof, quite a few people. Or maybe robots. No, looks like they're all humans. God, I hate that. It's one of my huge weaknesses. It's not checking my ammo. Do it all the time.
Never mess with this girl.
Dang. Oh, there you. Turret. God bless America.
think.
You think? Hmm.
Gonna get some blood pumping, huh? Never wise to be in my way. This is my favorite part.
Better we get it than someone else.
That guy. I don't know what his deal was. He's just standing there. I don't want to fall in the molten steel. That sounds like a bad proposition. Alright, just one guy left. Excuse me. Okay. Where is this other guy? I mean, the way to find him is to let him take a shot at me, so... Hello? Aha. There you are. Are you in the lava? Not lava, but... Literally should be dead. That guy should be dead. Okay. Alright, so we got through that gauntlet. Now, what else has this Major got in store for us? Just feels like there's going to be more mines or something. Okay.
The 1st Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Mira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
Well, I mean, they got kind of a raw deal in some ways, but it's no excuse for being how they are. I feel like he's gonna have a pet robot or something. I mean, it just doesn't.
Hello? Big mistake!
Is it though? That guy's pretty tough.
Afraid your time's coming up. You've got no chance!
Oh, Sam got him.
This feels like old times.
Alright, nothing too exciting down there. I don't know which way we should go. Missed her twice. Should have hit her both times.
You what we must, right?
Gotta bury you, Dad!
Never wise to be in my way.
Good lord. Boy, he does have a lot of soldiers. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I'm not picking that. Take me like 100 years. And these guys need to get iced.
He's here now.
bad timing there, Sam.
Never mess with the code.
Boy, he's just got a never-ending army here.
Afraid your time's coming up.
Oof.
Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
For the glory of the first! You should have given up!
Me and my friend here are gonna teach you manners. Bye-bye.
You got that one.
So long.
Sam. Bye-bye. Okay.
Gotta make you suffer first!
Good lord.
This
Where'd
is
you
my
go?
favorite part.
Who is shooting the rockets at me? That person needs to go. That's Sam.
Never mess with
Why is she not taking damage? There you go. You were the best there was.
Oh, God. No. Well, they don't need it.
Okay. Alright, there's still somebody back here. I don't like leaving people behind me, so where is this person? Maybe it's not a person. They should be like shooting at me at this point. Man, if these are the legs of these mechs, good lord. Oh, well, there's two. Oh, it's weird. Wonder why aren't you shooting at me? And now there's not even any red dots. Okay, well. Odd. Every now and then, get weird situations where the enemies are there, but they don't do anything. Seems like nothing in here. Well, there's where they were.
Not sure what that connects to. Maybe a super secret chunks branch.
I guess Chunks is the McDonald's of Starfield.
You come here seeking justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning the battle and the war, when the ceasefire order came down. Now there's a debt of honor, and the people who betrayed us, the people of the Freestar Collective, are going to pay.
Gotta tell you, dude, you're reminding me of Kellogg in Fallout 4, sort of. Not completely, his motivations are different, but just like this is like a similar feel where we're like working our way through this complex, fighting through your people in order to get to you. Now, is this gonna be... I don't remember if I did that. Is this gonna be I get to talk to the guy? Or do I have to straight up fight this guy? Found their armory. If these things weren't all so heavy.
Fox must hate you.
Okay. Oh, wait, there's more ammo. Alright. I don't see anything else in here. Oh, right behind me. Actually, I do not like mines. Because it's nothing against mines. I mean, they're perfectly useful, but it's just not something I ever think to use. Grenades, that's fine, but actually defeat the first merc. So there are more guys. Okay, so we're not at the point yet where I guess I stepped to straight up fight all these guys. Doesn't sound like I'm going to be able to try to talk this guy down. Is that the only turret?
Never wise to be in my way.
Okay.
Grab everything useful.
Afraid your time's coming up. This feels like old times. One less baddie. Time to tank.
killed your boss. Oh, no, he's still alive. I think I have to defeat his men, and then maybe I have a last chat with him, something like that. Oh. I'll just run into all of the obstacles. Okay, let's talk to this. Let's talk to this dude.
I can't believe it. You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them. If we'd have had more like you in the war, we could have planted our flag in New Atlantis. Not the way it should have. Of course, I can't expect you to understand what we sacrificed, what we lost. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us, even when victory was within our grasp.
I've heard stories about the Battle of Nera. Can't imagine what it was like to see the horrors you've seen.
You pity me? Is that it? You haven't earned the right to pity me. You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause. But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now. We'll see about that. Not long after I started the First, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
Ron Hope. But he's on the Council of Governors. There's no chance he'd be capable of such a thing.
All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation. To keep the Rangers off the scent, Hope wanted to hit a lot of places quickly and finish whatever he was doing before word spread. We needed another ship to meet his timetable, so he gave us the intel necessary to steal one from his factory. It also let him play the victim and keep suspicion to a minimum. Sure I did. The money was good, but the payback was the real reward. If I could avenge my men, make some credits, and eventually expose a member of the council, well, that, my friend, is my definition of justice. Don't bother.
He should face justice, but I'm not sure he's gonna come quietly.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
Make up your mind if you're running or not.
Take the good stuff. Leave the rest.
Paxton's officer hat. How come you weren't wearing your officer hat? Instead, we were looking at your hair plugs. Alright, Paxton Hall, you were deluded. I get that you think you got a raw deal, or maybe the Collective didn't do what they should have done, but stealing land from farmers who didn't have anything to do with any of that, that is a long way from justice. Alright, make sure there's nothing interesting in here. Oh good, a staple gun. Permanently adds 1% chance to disarm enemies. That's good. Just notepads. That's just a tablet. Yeah. Alright. I thought there might be a big cache here somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything. Maybe it's on the way out. Maybe there'll be something. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking.
Just goes to show you that sometimes the good guys come out ahead.
Well, I didn't like Ron Hope, so color me unsurprised that the big businessman was behind everything.
Where to next?
Read any good books lately?
Any new orders for me?
Not right this second, Hadrian. We'll go get some aliens at some point. Okay, so... Alright, we gotta go to Hopetown. Alright, well, how quietly is this guy gonna come? I have a feeling not that, so... got a lot of those. How am I doing in 7.5? Pretty good. I guess I've got enough ammo. Well, better check my... med packs. I got 11. Only 3 trauma packs. Where are those emergency packs? Those aren't too bad either. A lot of this stuff I just keep because I hardly use the cutter, and when I need to, I can just go to my inventory to get that. So, really only like if I find an artifact or something, mostly. Alright, we're gonna go to Hopetown now and confront Big Bad Mr. Business. And I can't make it in one jump. Do I have to go through the... Let's try going to another planet and see if we still have to sit through the scanning. Nope. That's helpful. I'm going to remember that. Alright. Did I pick the wrong? Yeah. Hopetown. Confront Ron Hope. Okay, now he gave me some information. It's probably easier to find. Nope, it's not listed, so okay. Where is the information we got about this? It is somewhere in there.
Hello.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Trucks in space. Their motto always cracks me up.
Spring for the extended warranty.
This is an active industrial site. It will be advisable to
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
Well earned, Birgit.
Well, that was dumb.
We set some ambitious quotas. You met every...
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news. Whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Those jackasses on Line A are gonna be the death of me.
Something more you need, Deputy? Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense. The disgraced war hero who went to prison, and you actually believed him? That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
The cards are on the table. So why not? The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. We donated the fertilizer to select homesteads and let the farmers do the work. And when the time was right, we cleared the farm and brought in machinery to harvest the mineral-rich soil. The reduction in labor and materials costs sent my profits soaring.
You tricked them into poisoning their own land for your benefit.
I have a business to run. I can't afford to spend a credit more than I absolutely have to, Mr. Coe. I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force. Unfortunately, farmers can be stubborn folk. And I couldn't risk any witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job. And more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way. I give you my word. You're right. Yeah, those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hotech.
Coupon? I can't believe this guy.
With that resolved, let's talk about...
It's not resolved, dude.
As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor.
How about I give you something instead? A funeral. That's the best. I'm not doing it, but it's hilarious. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do one of these two. I don't...
Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihood.
I think Birgit can run this place.
Want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer? Justice can be complicated, Deputy. Sometimes the cost of exacting justice is greater than the cost of doing nothing. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're
Oh my god.
nothing.
Not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
Careful. I think he means business.
I think it's clear he does mean business.
Such a shame to see a promising career cut so tragically short.
Thanks for playing. Bye.
To the victor goes the spoils.
Alright, how many security we got?
Took one.
Wait. That was a security, right? That one had a name, though. I don't like that. It will make Sam mad again.
He tried to have you killed. I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person. But everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, was so awful. The first part is true. He always looked out for us, for his employees. I know what I just heard and saw, but he was a friend. No. He was more like a father. And now he's... You killed him. Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now? That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
There's a lot of smart, hardworking people here. You'll figure it out.
Bad guys never surrender. Well, a couple times they did. Is Alana Nwanko here? Can we have a chat with her? See if we can find her. Is everybody just standing around?
We'd be dust, except for the factory.
Can I help you?
You cannot. I can go up here into the office area and see if you can find her.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
I sure hope those colony ship folks were able to get where they were going with that grab drive we gave them.
Plenty of security in here that never came to help.
I hope you're having a great visit to Optic. Howdy. We're building a brighter future for the whole Freestar collective here.
Well, she has nothing much to say. Oh well. Alright. We're heading back to... talk to the ranger.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
Okay. Back to Cheyenne. And Aquila. Talk to the ranger. Or the marshal, I should say. Okay. Marsha Blake is probably not going to be too happy that...
Why Solomon named this place Aquila? You'd think I know the answer to that, but I don't.
Ron Hope was on the Council of Governors, so I'm sure this is not going to be... not going to be thrilled with that outcome. Looks like I gotta talk to Sam again.
Well, hey there.
We got a lot of bars in the city. All class joints. Except baggies.
Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? Damn, you've got guts of steel. Did you find out why the first was taking over farms? What? Ron Hope? That's one hell of an accusation, Deputy.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
Not anymore.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all? That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this? Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Congratulations. You truly deserve it.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Great job, Ranger!
Well, very nice. I get a new spacecraft.
Can you get a moment? Can we talk?
Congratulations. The promotion's well earned.
All right.
Work is never truly done.
I'd appreciate your advice. After our last talk, I just feel a little more at peace, a little more whole. Cora's grandpa, good old Jacob, well, he just will not stop pestering me to see Cora, and that's complicated.
Jacob's a real ass. Okay.
I mean, can you blame them? She's something else. But things with my dad. My early years, they weren't good. My mother died when I was 7. Some people have such strong memories from their early life. Me, I mean, I remember her. I have some pictures. I remember the feelings, but just a few clear memories. Oh, it's all right. It's ancient history. So, Jacob raised me on his own, and shit, maybe I don't give him enough credit. I mean, I know how tough it is, but he was strict, hard. Dad was a longtime civil servant, a big man in government, and he had a future all laid out for me. Man, could he get his hooks into you. He was scary good at that. You know me too well, but I tried. I felt the weight of legacy. I wanted to do him proud. He said I had to learn the business, run some freight, see how credits flow, speak the language. Meanwhile, he's working some angle for a government job for me after. That sounded even more miserable than what I was doing. Oh, I started to. Many, many times. He'd always steer the conversation away or just use logic to dissect every little point. Once I held my ground, and he said I was an ungrateful child, not worthy of what he was doing. I know, right? Even after I was with the Rangers, Dad was just always needling, angling for me to join the government. But by then I knew myself more, and I could stand up to him. And Lillian, well, she helped. If I let Jacob into Cora's life, he'll dream up some big future for her and tie her into knots like he did with me. The man could teach a master class in manipulation. Yeah, but she's only 12 and... Well, I see what you did there. If I just flat out say no, I'm a hypocrite, right? I guess I got more to think about.
Okay. Well, let's go check out the ship.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's firearm bag.
Anything I can help you with? We're asking everyone to take care of any leeches on their ships. We don't want... Okay, no problem.
Okay. Still a Class A. But let's go ahead and check it out. Just keep standing in the door, Sam.
Sorry. Spaceport's always the zoo.
Reasonably cool.
Board's green. Ready for what comes next.
Okay. Okay.
This ain't like getting around to it, Tom. You understand?
Fine, okay. I'm going. Hey, how are you?
Like a little office. We got a kitchen.
I'm listening.
There's a lot of beds on this one.
Up and at 'em.
Hey.
Hello there.
Need my help?
Liftoff looks good. All systems Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Okay, what do we got for weapons here? Okay, so it's interesting. I'm not sure why the lasers are in that position. So we got lasers. I guess that's missiles. No. This is missiles. I'll have to mess around with that. It's weird. The firing doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now, but we'll figure it out. Alright. Okay, so we have completed the Freestar Rangers quest line. So we've done the UC and Freestar. We haven't done Ryujin. I haven't even started that. And we did the Crimson Fleet. So to start this Ryujin, we need to apply for a job. But right now I'm going to go and do Unity, which is the next Constellation quest. I was hoping Sam's personal quest would get triggered, but so far he's just talking a lot and he hasn't offered me a quest.
Been stationed here for years now, and I'm always finding something new.
Hey.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
That's a yes.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, so... Alright, so this is basically a lore quest.
House for really don't know much about them. I think that's how they like it.
Want to challenge your instincts at home?
Always good to see another badge.
Cora likes throwing stones into the pond. She did. God, that was ages ago.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Stand there.
Oh, look who's got a Laredo gun. Welcome to civilization, cowgirl.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less. Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Been up there, huh? Space? It must be cool. I never get to go to space.
I've got some stuff on my mind. When you have the time.
Again? Ugh. All right. Let's talk to the Enlightened.
When you get a moment, can we talk?
The problem with the company is you always have to perform. And I don't...
Let me know if I can help you.
I mean, it's
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you? Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Something to report.
We can't fast travel to the... Well... It's a bit annoying. We're riding the train.
I'm going to tell them how I feel.
Mateo or whatever is gone.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Conviction. Another word for strength. Can the truth not be revealed to the weak? Someone with doubts. So that's your intention. Your friends, your companions, all of them will be swept along to the answer by the might of your forward momentum? Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Oh, it's not even far away.
When the time's right?
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge? Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics. Not many of us can create something like he did. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him. Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business.
Literally what we're
Plenty of
doing.
mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover.
Okay. Pilgrim's Rest. How far we gotta go? Pretty far. Wait, is this it?
Turn your back for a minute and nature takes it all back. Not a bad place for a pit stop.
Okay. On to another planet.
Landing side looks clean. Let's set it down.
Okay, how far we gotta go this time? Tissue infection. Oh man, I'm gonna die. Well, that's annoying. I don't know how far back when was the last time I saved? Grr. There's something there. That's pilgrim writing number 2, so that probably means there's other pilgrim writings, but I know that Try this again. Wonder if the vehicle can go in the water.
Good to go for landing.
Any day you make it through is a later.
Well, that's the way to do that.
Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett, too.
I'm activating the glyph. Nothing is happening. Oh, wait. Okay. I assume I want that to go somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe I can tell he's here in first person. Gonna try to get it to there, I guess. Go to the last star in the Scorpius constellation. This is like a scavenger hunt. Well, it seems like I can get all the way to Olympus.
Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. They are all connected. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the Armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
You're already in it. With artifacts come Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
I'll tell you everything I can. Sure you have more questions. It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us? Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Okay. Well. Let's see what that did for my log. Final glimpses. Alright. That sounds like it's getting pretty close to the end. I'm gonna hold off on Well, I can probably do these. I still have other things to do. I want to do this Ryujin plotline. We haven't done the Shattered Space out of Terran Armada. But my understanding was those were pretty high levels, so I might be able to do this one, but I think I heard that Terran Armada is like for level 50. So I guess we'll see. But I think we'll call that for today. We've gotten pretty far, and we finished the Freestar, and we seem to be closing in on the end of the Constellation storyline. So we'll call that for today and move on to some other things tomorrow.